Yeah, Yourgene Health is a global molecular business. We specialize in providing genetic analysis for our patients. We have a flagship product in non-invasive prenatal screening, as well as cystic fibrosis testing. So we're focused in the reproductive healthcare side of the business. I say global because we sell our products into 60 territories throughout the world. And we're currently market leaders in either one or two in the markets that we serve our products into. So our NIPT product, the Iona test, is 99% accurate. And the current market product is only 85% accurate, which obviously means out of every 100 patients that are tested, 15% or 15 patients will have a false positive or a false negative, which means they're sent for an amniocentesis when they don't need one, or worst case, they're not sent for an amniocentesis when they do need one. Now, obviously, being sent for an amniocentesis when you don't need that brings an element of inherent risk. So basically, our product makes it safer. It makes the testing more specific. So as parents, you have more information on which to base your decisions. Wow, well, total target market is over 150 million births per year. Currently, NIPT is probably used in about 7 million births each year, 4 million in China, and the rest spread throughout the world. But you know, I have 3 children myself, and my youngest daughter, who's 11, there wasn't this kind of testing available at that time. So there's been a rapid adoption curve of this technology over the last 3 or 4 years, and I would expect that to continue as mums realise this is just quicker and safer way to get the best diagnosis at such a crucial part of the pregnancy. We acquired Elucigene back in April, fundamentally to drive our product offering into the marketplace. We have a specific positioning within reproductive healthcare, as in we're giving mum and dad results at 10 weeks. And I wanted to be able to provide products and services right the way throughout that reproductive healthcare timeline. So Elucigene brought us a fertility product. It brought us a pregnancy loss product. So if mums had miscarriages, we try and understand if there's any genetic complications around that. We offer the obviously NIPT product under Yourgene. Elucigene bought us that confirmatory product. So if you get a high-risk pregnancy, it was an Elucigene product that you'd follow up and test with. And they also brought us a cystic fibrosis product at the end of that reproductive healthcare journey. So in one acquisition, I was able to have much more touch points with my patient and start building a portfolio of products within reproductive healthcare. One of the other key reasons around the acquisition was the geographic location. So Yourgene is headquartered in Manchester. Elucigene was headquartered in Manchester, literally half a mile away from each other. So the ability to bring 2 organizations under one facility, a lot of the workforce had worked with each other or been to university together. So there was a really good fit in terms of people and culture. And I guess the third strand of the plan was the commercial footprint. So our organization has focused predominantly on the Southeast Asian markets, and we've got a lot of commercial footprint in those areas, where Elucigene had focused very much on the European market. So by putting the 2 businesses together, took our number of territories in which we sell our products, either direct or through distribution, to 60 territories in one acquisition. So we're truly a global organization now with a lot of market reach. And the more products and services I can put into that portfolio, the more I sweat that investment then. Having completed over 10 acquisitions, I think the key to any acquisition is how you integrate the business. So the integration of Elucigene has been very, very successful to date. We found an additional £500,000 worth of savings. So we've taken the EBITDA from 1 million to 1.5 on synergy savings alone, making sure that we don't lose any of the talent or any of the good things that we bought the business for. So we've blended the back office functions such as HR, such as finance, such as facilities, insurances, etc. From a commercial perspective, we have a global sales force now selling both product ranges. So our range selling opportunities are increasing significantly. And we're harmonized as a business, so we'll all be in one site on one set of employment contracts and one workforce as from January next year. So I'm really, really pleased with the way that we've been able to integrate this business. And I think it sets a good calling card for the future in terms of us being able to demonstrate that we can buy effective businesses, bring them into our company and create value almost straight away from those deals. When I joined Yourgene, it was quite clear to me that we needed to redefine and reposition our relationships with Illumina and Thermo Fisher. Between them, they provide 90% of the global sequencing machines that are in the market. So if you think of Yourgene as a content provider, kind of making apps that go on mobile phones, and you think of Illumina and Thermo Fisher as Android and Apple, it was important that our content would work on both platforms. So having the strategic relationship with them where we can now provide our NIPT product on either platform, I think was very strategically important to Yourgene to make sure that we could access as much of the addressable market that was available to us in a global space. Outside of NIPT, I think it's even more important that our new content is also platform agnostic. So part of my ambition is to build a wider range of products in reproductive healthcare, as well as oncology and other areas. And I think making that content available on a platform agnostic basis is a significant differentiator in the marketplace and means that we can supply the global market as opposed to pockets of the market. I think it's important as a business to offer a diversified product range. And whilst we were in a very strong market position with our NIPT product, I could see the market developing around oncology specifically. The sooner you get a diagnosis in that space, the easier it is and the more successful the patient outcome will be. So over the last 12 months, we've working on a range of oncology services, and I was delighted to announce post the acquisition of Elucigene that we launched a DYPD product into the marketplace. This is a product that effectively measures an ability of a patient to react to a chemotherapy agent. In this case, it's the most commonly used chemotherapy agent, and there's about 1% of the global population that just will not be able to process that sample. Now, 0.1% of that 1% will unfortunately die as a result of having this treatment. So our product allows the healthcare professionals to screen those patients in advance and make sure that they are able to process this very important drug in a very important part of the treatment. So it's kind of personalized medicine. And this is our first single product that goes into the oncology space. But we also have a range of products and services that we sell from our Type A facility, where we are regularly screening cancer patients. And this year it's become 20% of our revenues as we look to diversify around our existing technology platforms and take on more market adjacencies, again, to sweat the asset that is our development capability. So looking forward, I'm really excited about the US market. When I joined Yourgene, we had 0 US sales. The US market is the largest global healthcare market. And I've spent, 10 years of my last 20 years working out of there, building client relationships. So I wanted to leverage that expertise. I was delighted to launch at our AGM this year that we had our first US customer. We've taken on our first US member of staff in the last couple of months. We now have a US-based incorporation, and I would expect positive momentum from the US market as our products and services become more known and established there. We've just attended the American Society of Human Genetics show, which is the first show we've actually exhibited at as Yourgene, and the response was very, very strong in terms of interest around what we do and how we can help the customers. In a similar vein, I feel equally as excited about the China and Asia markets. We've got a great base in Southeast Asia where we're very strong in the markets, but China and Japan remained untapped from a commerciality perspective. So I would expect as the Japanese market looks at bringing in NIPT testing into the standard treatment and patient pathway, that we would have a position there, and we are currently evaluating the Chinese market to find the best products and the route to go into that fastest growing global healthcare market. What really excites me about Yourgene is, first of all, our products are first class. So we have this really strong technical and regulatory capability. We were the first NIPT approved product in the European market. And the fact that we can now offer that technology over all of the sequencing platforms in the global market space makes me really excited, because the white space or the addressable market that we have to go after is significant. Off the back of the Elucigene deal, we took our commercial footprint from 30 global territories to 60 global territories. So this market space is still very embryonic, and as the market matures, customers are going to be looking for a range of products to be sold in a range of markets. So commercial footprint is really, really important to me. The second thing that really excites me is being able to leverage that technical capability and develop more content. As the market is developing and as the genetic revolution is taking place and is becoming more commonplace and used by healthcare professionals, I believe I've got a team capable of generating an excellent set of products and services to sell into this space.